Hello, welcome to my September wrap-up, all the books I read in September. Now, this is going to be a short list because, can you believe it? I only read 3 books in September. What a disappointment. So, the first book I read was Jessica's Guide to Dating on the Dark Side by Beth Fantaskey. This was about a teen girl living on a farm and going to school when a new exchange student shows up from Romania and tells her he's her long-lost fiancé. Will they fall in love? In case you couldn't tell from the cover, I believe he has his little teeth sticking out there. He's a vampire. So I'm like starting the spooky reads early. Actually, I have lots of spooky reads that I want to read in October, since obviously that's Halloween month. I'm going to make a video about those books that I want to read in October, so keep an eye out for that. This was a reread from many years ago that I figured I wouldn't read the sequel to. However, I found it online, the sequel, so I was like, why not? I gave this 5 stars. Pretty good. Or I guess it's better than good. It's great. And the sequel, I'll put a picture somewhere, is called Jessica's Rules the Dark Side. So obviously I read the sequel too. And I also gave it 5 stars. I do think the first one was slightly better. This is a continuation of the first book. So spoiler alert, they do get together and they become vampires, or, well, the girl becomes a vampire, the guy was already a vampire. And then they go and live together in Romania, and they deal with a murder trial. And the third book I read, I'll put a picture, is called Thumped by McCafferty. I gave this 3 stars. This is a sequel that I read last month. It was called Bumped, was the first book. And look at me get into all the sequels. This is about teen sisters reuniting in a world where this virus has made adults infertile. So teens are being used as surrogates. I think it's a unique idea, concept. Other than that, it was also just entertaining and like a quick read as well. So those are the 3 books I read in September. However, I do have some books on the go right now, so I figured that I would talk about those too to stretch out the videos more. So I am still working my way through Mansfield Park by Jane Austen. I'm on chapter 41, and there is 48 chapters, I believe. Yeah, 48. So I believe that is 7 chapters left, or I guess maybe 8 if you count 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. That's 8 chapters. So this was about the poor girl going to live with her rich cousins and falling in love with one of them. Ooh, scandal. And I don't know, society and romantic entanglements and impropriety and pretty manners are not substitutes for integrity. You gotta be true to yourself. So, still working my way through this one. It's been taking me quite a while. I think this is the first Jane Austen that I've really struggled with. It's definitely been the hardest to read compared to the other 3 I've read, which was Pride and Prejudice, Sense and Sensibility, and Northanger Abbey. Those ones were pretty easy compared to this one. I don't know why this one's so different. And then I also have been sort of reading for a couple of months now. I kind of put it down. I was reading A Long Fatal Love Chase by Louisa Alcott. I love Little Women, so I was going to try this. This is quite different than Little Women. It's, well, a long fatal love chase. Fatal. The word fatal's in there. I wonder what's going to happen. So that's about this girl who runs away with this guy, and she finds out that he's been lying to her the whole time, so she tries to run away from him, but then like everywhere she goes he like follows her, so it's a long fatal love chase. And it's pretty good actually. I mean, I don't think it's as good as Little Women, but still good. Has you know, a mysterious vibe to it. Page turning treachery apparently. And then the other one that I'm reading is called Shatter by Aprilynne Pike. I'll put a picture there. This is a sequel to Glitter, which I read a couple months ago, so I'm getting to another sequel. So this one is like where it's kind of set like, not, well, it's set in the future, but they're living like they're in the 1700s inside this castle, so it has like royalty in it. And this girl marries the prince or whatever, and then they become king and queen, but she doesn't want to be married to him. She loves someone else, and he's also like, you know, a bad guy or whatever. So she's trying to escape from him, but then she gets caught up in like, hey, maybe I like being queen, you know? The power. So will she escape? Will she not? I don't know. But I'm about, in this one here, I think I'm about halfway there. So I'm on chapter, actually I left off in the middle of a chapter. Oh no. I'm on chapter with 11, and there is, what is that? It's in Roman numerals. 24? There's 24 chapters in this one. And the other one, I think I'm on like chapter like 15 or so, and I think there's like 40 chapters, so still have a bit way to go. But I'm going to be working on those three for the rest of this month, even though I'm putting my wrap up now, but I mean that's because I wanted to land on Saturday. But also October is coming up obviously, so I want to read Halloween-y type things, which I made a whole list of stuff I want to try and get to in October. Spooky vibes, you know, spooky vibe books. So I guess that's about it for my wrap up. I'm going to wrap up my wrap up, and I'll see you next time.